Oh my gosh, you guys, we're actually gonna plant. You ready for this?
Oh, I'm ready.
The first of many nerve-wracking fold-outs. Is something gonna get caught? Is some wire gonna get tore up? All right, I did that, I did that, I did that, I did that. I don't know, man, we're right out here where everybody can see us. This is always the point where you say to yourself, what haven't I done yet that I'm not gonna realize until I get up there, and then it looks dumb when the corn comes up. You got any ideas, Cole, or are we good to go?
I think we're ready to rock and roll here.
All right. Fans on, auto load seed. We are loaded. Insecticides on, liquid is on, auto steer's on. Let's do it. What's the delta force set to? It's disabled. That's not good. We need to enable it. Enable control. Liquid on. We are planting. Cole, you want to explain to the people why we're stopping at each end of the field to put new seed in every time?
Well, we're running a test plot for a local co-op, and each pass has 2 different hybrids, so every pass we have to switch out the hybrid that's on the planter.
Kind of fun, isn't it?
I don't know if I'd go that far.
We're filling at that end, and then when we get down to this end, we're filling down here with a different kind of seed. So we're gonna have 18 different hybrids, actually maybe 20 different hybrids in this plot, right, Cole?
Math checks out.
Everybody smile.
I told him he had to go to the corner to get in because I didn't want to stop and have a skip in the corn. What? I'm just being a responsible farmer. I can't have skips by the road. How are we feeling now, Cole, man?
Great.
A little bit more alive than before?
Yeah, I needed to get the blood flowing today.
Look at this guy planting corn, huh?
Oh yeah.
How's it working so far?
Well, now we got the real operator in the seat. It's working pretty good. Had a lot of problems, but as soon as Carl got out, we're ready to roll.
Listen to this guy. Cole and I are going to start a podcast right here in the tractor cab. It's going to be called, well, you know what? We'll come up with a title later. That's actually not a bad title for a podcast, isn't it?
The title
Hey, have you guys heard of that new podcast? Well, you know, we'll come up with a title later. I'd listen to it. So liquid off basically right when it hits, and then lift it. There you go. And then, yeah, you're just going to crank it all the way basically as quick as you can, and once it gets about 45 degrees to it, about right here, I just lock it in and pretty much does a perfect job. Nice. Ramp it up the speed and away we go. Well, it's been quite a day. Quite a day. Big raindrops hitting the windshields. We're doing a brief high-speed planter experiment with a non-high-speed planter, because we're on our last pass and it is really about to rain. So how do you think it's working, Cole?
Oh, like a champ.
7 miles an hour and don't look at the numbers. That's our motto right now for the last pass. I don't know if you can see those big raindrops or not, but it's about to happen, folks. I just got done hauling a load of corn this morning. It's far too wet to do any field work today. We got way more rain than we really needed. I think we got about 3/4 of an inch up here on all the fields that we would want to get into. So not gonna happen today and probably not tomorrow. It's really, really hot and humid. It's in the upper 80s today. Very humid. I've got some repairs to make when I get back to the farm, and then we're gonna mow some lawn this afternoon because there's not a whole lot else we can do. The last time we went to start this motor last night in the dark, Strongman Cole grabbed a hold of this recoil and pulled it right out. So I'm gonna take this all apart and wind up some new cord, put the handle on it, and hopefully we can get it to start again. Here's the air filter. It's like winding up a toy here. Oops. Okay, got it wound up. I don't know if you can see this or not, but this hole right here in the wheel is now lined up with the hole that goes through to the outside right there. Whoops. And if that screwdriver falls over any further, I'm gonna get whacked in the face here. Now I'm hoping I can just feed this new rope right through here. So I've got it fed through the wheel, and now I gotta try to get it fed through to the outside. I'll tie a knot on the end of it, pull the rest of it through, and then I'll let the spring just wind it back up. That's my plan, at least. We'll see if it works. All right, just tie a good knot right here. Hold on to it. I'm gonna let the spring just wind it right back in. So I want to put this handle on here. This just goes up through here. Then we tie a good knot in here. Just like new, huh? Excellent. You ever see somebody doing something and you think, why in the world did I never think of that? That is such a good idea. When we were doing that plot the day before yesterday, the people that were helping get the planter cleaned out and refilled at both ends of the field had one of these on the end of their shop vac. Just a piece of 3/4 inch clear vinyl hose duct taped onto the end. And let me tell you, that makes all the difference. Check this out. Now, you might not remember all the way back to last year, but when I used to clean these meters out, I used to take them off and tip them upside down, dump them into a bucket. To take them off, you have to unhook this latch, unhook the vacuum hose, unhook the seed hose, and then over here, down here, you have to unhook the wire going into the V-drive motor. Now, that's still not too bad of a process to get all these cleaned out, but watch this. I do not know why. I never thought of that. The reason I never used the shop vac to clean these out before, you could get to the bottom of the meter, but you couldn't get around the corner into where the seed disc is. And then there'd be just enough seed left in there that the first 30 feet that you planted was the wrong variety. This is really slick. I'm happy to report that all the cleaning out, switching seeds and everything was worth it, because this is working pretty well. We're in a pretty sandy field right now, which is definitely working in our favor. There's plenty of moisture for the seeds to get germinated, but the sand is actually allowing it to dry off really fast after it got worked this morning, and it's doing a good job with the planter. I'm not really picking up any dirt on the wheels, on the gauge wheels and the closing wheels. I mean, maybe a little bit on the closing wheels, but definitely nothing up on the row cleaners and the gauge wheels. If you're driving by and you see the dust flying, that doesn't always mean that it's a good idea to be out there in the field. If you happen to be following along last year, this field was the soybean field that we planted right into the green grass, the last thing we did last year, and you can still see some remnants of grass that we had to get tilled under this morning. Here's something cool about these row cleaners. Since they've got a gauge wheel on them, I can actually put some down pressure on them and really push those grass clods out of the way, but not actually bury the row cleaners and dig a trench with them. I'm actually having to lift up on the Martin row cleaners right now. You can see I've got about 20 pounds of lift. If I don't run at least 20 pounds of lift, they're just nosediving into the sand, but as a consequence of running that lift, you can see when they hit kind of one of those clods of grass, they just bounce over it. They're not actually pushing the clods all out of the way. Whereas, look at these row cleaners. They're just running just smooth and steady. They're not bouncing. They're not digging. Well, here I didn't think we were going to do anything today, and I got another field done. It's a beautiful day, folks. Well, it's another hot and windy day, which ordinarily would be really, really good for getting the dirt dried out to plant, but the humidity is just so high. The air is so sticky that even with all the hot wind, it's still hard to get things dried out.
Yeah.
You're looking pretty fly in that hat, Andrew.
Do I look good like this?
You look even more fly like that.
What does that mean?
It means you look awesome, dude. Well, the humidity finally dropped out and things are drying at an alarming rate of speed right now. How's it going, Cole?
Oh, it's going great. We're out here planting. Can't be any more excited than what I am right now.
Why are you so excited?
Well, we're actually variable rate planting this field, which is the most exciting thing in the world to me, honestly. Which means that we're basically, depending on a field map that we have, planting different populations in different spots to better utilize the field.
Couldn't have said it better myself. Well, Cole's getting pretty good at planting corn here, so I think I'm just gonna lean back and take a nap. Get ready for running late tonight. I'm glad you hung out with us today. See you next time. That's not how I say it. Thanks for hanging out. See you next time. If you're so smart, why don't you say it?
I don't know what you said.
I say thanks for hanging out. I'll see you next time.
Sure that's what you said? I thought I was riding along with me.
Thanks for riding along. See you next time.